So I pull over, the cop comes to the side of my window and he says, "What you doing around these parts, boy? You know your kind don't belong." So back in the day, I used to be a partier. Actually more like a club goer. Every Thursday to Saturday, you would see me at a club without fail. I'd be on the dance floor getting it like, yeah, 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 oh, yeah, 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 yeah. I'd be getting it like a top G. Honestly, you would probably think that I was under the influence of some drug or alcohol. And for those who thought that, you're just wrong. Because I am a very sober individual. As a matter of fact, me and sobriety are best friends. We do everything together. I am way too paranoid to be under the influence of anything. So this story starts off on a Saturday night, and I'm at the club doing my thing, you know, getting money, getting money, getting money, I'm in my zone. I'm about to take it up a notch. I'm feeling the music. It's in my veins. I'm about to hit another stratosphere. Here I come. Oh, I'm about to go crazy. And all of a sudden, it felt like I had a moment of clarity. In that moment, it felt like I outgrew the club and it wasn't for me anymore. I stopped in my tracks. I had a blank face and I walked out of the club, never to return again. Or so I thought. So fast forward 8 months later, it's a Saturday night and I'm chilling and I get a call from my brother and he's telling me how he wants me to come out tonight. He tells me the fellas miss me and they wanted to see me hold it down one last time for the squad. Now against my better judgments, he managed to convince me to go. So I'm getting ready for the club. I'm frustrated because I don't want to go. I'm trying on my clothes. I got clothes on that I don't want to wear. I'm like, I'm not finna pull no chick with this drip, but you know I don't care. And you niggas is lucky that I'm not even trying because I ain't gonna shit on y'all tonight. But anyways, I eventually get ready. I make my way to the club. At the club, I'm sitting at the bar with my brother, and bless his heart, he is trying to get me in the club spirit, but I just wasn't feeling it. My energy wasn't intertwining with the club scenes anymore. So more time passes, and he's still trying to keep my spirit high, but you know, at this point, I had already zoned him out. I don't even know what he's talking about. He's laughing at some jokes or whatever. I don't know. Eventually, I reach a breaking point, and I just tell him, like, look, bro, this was fun, but this isn't me anymore. I've changed. I've become different. Special. The chosen one. So I tell him I gotta dip, man. I just can't do this. So on my way back home, I'm just thinking to myself, like, why did I waste my time going to a place that I didn't want to be? Was I trying to just show out for my friends? I wasn't even trying to get no girls. Like, why did I waste my time? I just don't understand. And mid-thought, I see those lights. Those two lights that flash red and blue. Damn, they finally caught me. All those years of being a real goon, but I ain't going back to jail. I'm just joking. I'm not a criminal. So I pull over, the cop comes to the side of my window and he says, "What you doing around these parts, boy? You know your kind don't belong here." Nah, I'm playing. He didn't say that. So I asked why I was being pulled over. He tells me he pulled me over because I was going 10 miles under the speed limit, which I didn't know was a thing you could get pulled over for, but it actually is a thing, especially at 2 a.m. in the morning. I'm trying to plead with the officer, like, "Officer, I didn't know. I'm too young. I didn't know any of this stuff." I'm trying to... He wasn't having any of it. He tells me to step out of the car and he administers me a breathalyzer test because he probably assumed I was drunk. So obviously the test came back negative, but he just didn't leave it there. He told me to walk on a straight line, then he told me to do some push-ups, then he told me to do some jump squats. Okay, he didn't tell me to do those last two things, but he did tell me to walk on a straight line, and I did that perfectly because, you know, I got balance. So at this point, I'm thinking, okay, I have passed all the tests that was given to me to prove that I am not under the influence of anything, so it's just a matter of time before I leave. So the officer tells me to stay put to the side. He goes back to his car, and about like 10 minutes pass, and 3 squad cars pull up out of nowhere, and a bunch of cops with their canines hop out of the car and start searching my car for drugs that don't even exist. At this point, I'm speechless and I am perplexed because I did not know how this escalated this fast. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna make a big deal out of it. Let them do their job. It is what it is. So they're searching and I'm standing to the side of them, and one of the cops was standing right next to me, and he starts talking to me, trying to be my friend, all friendly and stuff, being all buddy. We start having casual conversations, and he said this part so casually. He said, just tell us where the drugs are. We're buddies now. Just tell us where the drugs are. We just want to know, do you sell it? Or do you get it from somebody else? We just need to know that information. You're not going to go to jail or anything. You have my word. I'm paraphrasing, of course, but I knew the game he was trying to play. He was trying to do like good cop, bad cop. I respond saying like, look, you're not gonna find nothing. Like, I do not do drugs. I am a very sober individual. I take it very seriously. As a matter of fact, I even get cocky with it. I'm just standing there, arms folded, thinking to myself like, these fools not gonna find nothing. Like, they gonna look stupid. Like, I'm out here, I'm sober. Yeah, I'm black, but I don't do drugs. Yeah. As I am hyping myself mid-thought, I hear these canines start barking, which is never a good sign because that means they have received a positive scent of drugs. Now the cops are pressing me. Respectfully though, I gotta keep it a buck. They weren't being dicks about it, but they're telling me I'm about to go to jail if I don't give out the information they're looking for. I'm like, yo, what the hell is going on? I start thinking to myself, did I smoke weed tonight? Because I don't remember smoking weed. I'm thinking, are they trying to set me up? Because I don't know what's going on, but the dogs bark. So the dogs wouldn't set me up because they're my dogs. I'm like, think, what could possibly be the reason there was a positive scent in my car? What could possibly be the reason? Then it hits me. The answer has been right in front of me all this time. This whole thing could have been avoided an hour ago. I literally just came back from the club where people smoke the marijuana and drink the alcohol. So it's a very strong possibility that the scent of the marijuana might have just stuck to my clothes, then spread to my car, which then gave the positive scent. This is exactly what I told the officers. They were a little bit skeptical about the explanation at first, but they eventually came around. Plus, it was the only logical thing, because if you take all the findings, you would understand that, okay, I am not under the influence of anything. You can't find anything in my car. What else could be the possible reason for that positive scent? So nonetheless, the case was closed. I figured it out. So they tell me to just be careful, be aware of the speed limit, don't be going 10 miles below the speed limit. All that, everything was good. The only thing that pissed me off was that they left my car a mess, but it could have been way worse. Because this was around the time when there was high tension with police officers. This was like 2017, not 2020, but 2017, there was some tension too. Now, what makes this story even more interesting was the next day my mom calls me. I have an African mother. I love her to death, but she worries a lot. She knows I'd be out at night sometimes. So she calls me, asks me how I am, how I'm doing, and she says, oh, I hope you haven't been pulled over by any cops lately because you know how the tensions are right now. I hope you're being careful. I'm like, yo, what are the odds she's asking me this question after what I just went through last night? But, I have an African mother, like I said. I do not want to endure a 3-hour conversation about how safe I should be. So I definitely told her, for her sake and my sake, that, yeah, everything's fine. I'm being careful. Everything's good. Everything's on the up and up. I just had to. So, Ma, if you watching this, yeah, the prior night, this shit got real. So the moral of the story: know when it's your time to be done with a particular activity that you might just not enjoy doing anymore. Because things happen for a reason, and that just means it's your time to move on and find something else. Also, go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated. Yeah, that's the one. I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'm out. Oh, wait. For the people that are still watching, I want to say I apologize for this video taking this long to post. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was in a rut after my last video because YouTube did not push it out. And I ain't gonna lie, it kind of defeated my morale, and my spirits were down for like 3 weeks. So it kind of, slowed the whole process for this video. But just thought I needed to offer that explanation. I appreciate every single one of you guys for supporting as much as you can. Please don't hesitate to leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel. I will catch you guys in the next video, which shouldn't take too long. before we post. I'm out.